Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Jack and welcome back to another video. So in this one, I wanted to talk about something that had me pretty damn hyped towards the end of the week last week, and I just didn't get to making the video, but I'm here now. I'm making this video now. I'm actually kind of excited about this, as I am for the future and everything else, especially since I just finished a 4.5-hour stream and everybody was so supportive and people came into the chat. It was definitely the opposite of what it was when I played Halo for a few streams, that's for sure. So it was kind of like a breath of fresh air. So, and I thank you very much for the continued support. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I'm humbled, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about something that's even more exciting out there and that is actually growing in popularity to this day. And I found this completely by accident. It was in my recommended feeds. I found it completely by accident. I guess Optimus Games made a video about this, and the thing is, I don't normally watch him, but I saw that video and I was like, what the hell? And then after watching that video, I was like, holy shit. And I want to do my part to kind of gain the popularity, because apparently there is a playable version of Black Ops 2 that you could play right now that has minimal mods and hackers and stuff like that ruin the experience for other players, because there are administrators and there are people that ban people on a regular basis. I mean, this thing is basically called Plutonium, and it's the only downside is that you need a PC. It doesn't cost anything. You need a PC, and there's even a tutorial out there online, and I'll leave a link in the description to Optimus's video because he explains it even better than I do. But basically, long story short, it's a playable version of Black Ops 2, and in some ways it's even better because, like, let's say you wanted a 9v9 or a 10v10 on a regular map or whatnot, and you wanted the score limit to be 200 on a TDM with that. I mean, holy crap. And the thing is, you don't have to start from scratch either. You can just, basically you download a few updates as well, and you're basically a Master Prestige with everything unlocked, DLC, all the DLCs unlocked, and a few of the camos from DLC 1 and a couple of other things. So basically, according to Optimus, the peak hour and the non-peak hours as of right now, as of recently, are like 11,000, which is more than what we're getting on console right now for Black Ops 2 last time I checked, and the last time I played it was less than that, especially when you're not talking about peak hours. So, I mean, last time before the game was hacked to shit, which was like 2016 or 2017 with Black Ops 2, let's see, during non-peak hours, it would be a few thousand, and then during peak hours, maybe over the weekend, you probably get 20 at best. But that was when the game was at least playable most of the time, where you could just back out of a lobby and that was modded, and then you could just find a new lobby, and chances are it would be fresh. And part of me wishes that Black Ops 2 was still playable, not just because it's my favorite COD of all time, but also for those of you that were around back then, I streamed and played a lot of free-for-all back in Black Ops 2. I used to stream here on YouTube, right? Back when I was a much smaller channel, like somewhere around the 400s or whatnot, right? And I was running around with my AN-94 in free-for-all lobbies, and of course, what was everybody else using? A sniper, right? It even got to the point to where they stopped using snipers and they tried to fight back using regular weapons, and that didn't work either. So the amount of hate mail that I used to get from slapping people with my AN-94 in free-for-all when they were using snipers, I would legitimately put myself up in a fair gunfight with them. It's like, okay, here I am, I'm your target. And most of the time, I'd end up being on the upside of things, and I used to piss people off. I'd get win after win after win. They'd tell me to leave. They'd say use a sniper. They'd say all sorts of ridiculous things. It was some of the funniest shit and some of the funnest times I've ever had. Like, I'm sure Sandy Ravage back in the day when he made Booster Justice during the prime of Modern Warfare 2, I'm sure he had a ton of fun filming that shit. According to him, he did. And it was basically on a weekend. He went booster hunting. People were boosting in free-for-all, and he basically ran around with his special class and fucking used his rocket launcher and blew them to smithereens. It was fucking hilarious. And he enjoyed himself doing that, and he streamed the living hell out of it, and it's what made him who he is today. I mean, Booster Justice is probably one of the earliest memories you have of Black Ops, of Modern Warfare 2 of Sandy Ravage, other than, obviously him wrecking people and him doing his thing with the Spaz 12. But the thing is that from a gameplay perspective, that's one of the most memorable things and one of the most memorable videos ever. For me, it would be trashing people. It would be slapping people with my AN94 in free for all, with the epic hate mail being the big thing, and everybody in the chat would have a blast with it. Now, granted, there were a few people that cheated. They had some sort of mod going on, and they would fire so fast with the pistols, because you guys know how strong the pistols were, the semi-automatic pistols in Black Ops 2. I mean, you could not even counter that with a Scorpion at close range. That's how powerful that shit was with mods and shit. So, but anyway, so yeah, I learned about this a few days ago, over the weekend, or close to the weekend, and I was like, holy shit, there's actually a playable version of Black Ops 2. So, and again, all you need is a PC that's at least decent to basically run the game from 2013 or 2012, so hopefully a lot of us have that. You can just plug in a controller. If it's an Xbox controller, you can just plug it in. If it's a PS4 controller or a PlayStation controller, you just need to do, I think, one little update or whatnot. There's also a tutorial on how to do this for the people that are not quite as familiar with it, or obviously because there's a specific way to do it, I guess. So for people like me, I'm thankful that they have a tutorial about that, because I'm not as computer savvy as most of you probably watching this this channel. Holy shit, I'm starting to feel old. My goodness. But the thing is, I'm happy that something like this exists and that it's actually being supported, and it's actually the ultimate way that we can basically let fans know, not fans, but let the Activision and the devs know that, hey, this will make you a shit ton of money if you make a remastered version of this game for consoles and PC, implement crossplay and all that other shit that you've done with Modern Warfare. The good stuff that you've done with Modern Warfare, obviously, right? Like the crossplay and the free DLC and shit like that. You implement this into a game like Black Ops 2 Remastered or a Black Ops 1 Remastered. Some people are calling for a World at War Remastered. You do this shit, it's going to work out well for you, both for you as well as the consumer as well. So ultimately, it's all about money. See, the thing is, like, a lot of you guys in the comment section have a lot of common sense. You guys are extremely supportive. I'm not kissing your ass. I'm being real here. I am very supportive to have the few people that actually support what I do, and to have the kind things said to me in the comment section. It makes me want to keep going sometimes when I'm on the verge of giving up, you know? And I'm very thankful to have that. But the thing is, one of you guys in the comment section said something along the lines of how having, and I'm paraphrasing here, having two Cold War games in the same released around the same time or within the same time frame or within the year would make that much sense. And you're absolutely right. It is absolutely correct what you're saying. But at the same time, here is a fact that is kind of sad, and that is that the world and everything around it is, I mean, money solves 90+% of problems. And the thing is, if Activision, and we know Activision very well and how they are about money, right? If Activision knew that this would make them a shit ton of money for the year, if they distribute it properly, like within 6 months after the year's release of the new game, right? When sales are low and when they're hardly going to make any more money off of the game, or at least not as much, what are they going to do? They're going to give it a dose of adrenaline and they're going to release something else within 6 months. I mean, why do you think they're waiting to, why do you guys think they're waiting to release Modern Warfare 2 Remastered? According to sources, it's already finished and ready to go. They're just waiting on the proper time to release it so that way they can gain the most revenue. I don't think, I mean, because the thing is, Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 take place around the same time zone. They take place around the same time and era or whatnot. So it's like, it's all about money, unfortunately, and / fortunately, I guess, depending on how you look at it. But the thing is, it really is all about money, and that's the thing. If they see that it's going to be popular enough, they will do it. Make no mistake about it. Anybody who has a chance, even you and me speaking right now, if we had a chance to pick between $5,000 and $10,000, you got $5,000 in one hand, you got $10,000 in the other, with the same amount of effort put in, or just a tad bit more effort to get that $10,000 as opposed to $5,000, I'm pretty sure every single one of us would probably pick the $10,000. I mean, again, I'm not saying that Activision aren't a bunch of greedy people, because they certainly are, and they've certainly proven that. But it's pretty logical if you think about it. So, again, what was said absolutely makes sense from your standpoint, and I agree with it. But money has such an effect on corporate decisions and art that it's ridiculous. It even ruins it at this point. But if we were to get a Black Ops 2 remastered, that'd be fucking dope. Or a Black Ops 1 remastered along with the new Black Ops that is said to be in the Cold War as well. I mean, I personally wouldn't mind it. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but let me know down in the comments section below. I'm going to leave a link in the description to Optimus's video, so that way you guys get a little bit of an more in-depth description of everything and how everything goes. But long story short, there's a playable version of Black Ops 2 out there, and it's called Plutonium, and apparently it is gaining in popularity, and I thought I'd make this video to spread the hype, spread the word, and for those of you guys that are fans of Black Ops 2, maybe you guys can get back on and play, and of course you guys can give me your feedback with your experience. I personally haven't done it. Again, I'm not as computer savvy, so if any of you guys have played it already or whatnot, let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, let me know, and if you didn't, let me know what I can do to make my videos better. I appreciate all the continued support and the words of love in the comments section. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.